KSW.
Our next guest is my favorite wrestler, and when I heard that he was coming in today, all I could say was this.
Yes! Yes!
Yes! Please welcome to the show the American Dragon himself, Daniel Bryan.
Hey guys, how's it going?
Daniel, good to have you in,
awesome.
man.
Thank you for having me.
I got to hold his championship belt, BJ.
I saw that. You got a picture. There's proof of that, and it's a sweet-looking belt. It looks better in person than it does when you see it on
Heavy,
TV.
too.
Yeah, very heavy, very heavy. It's a pain to take through the airport, actually.
I was going to say, I mean, you just had it like you have a backpack. And
Right.
when we take the picture, he says, would you like to hold the belt? And I'm looking around. I'm like, well, where's the belt? And you just pull it out of a backpack like a school bag. It's so awesome. Do you get weird looks at the airport then when you pull it out?
Yeah, and people aren't really sure what it is because it's a giant metal object, right? So I have to take it out. I've got a little case for it, but you see the security people lifting up the thing and peeking in there, and you're like, oh, okay. And they're like, hey, can I take a picture with this? They're like, yeah, I kind of have a flight to catch, but so.
Then they're trying to figure out how to put it on.
Right, yeah, oh yeah.
Daniel, I remember we had you on the phone. You were just you were on the cusp. You were part of Next, and you were hoping that maybe you could get in there. And we were just like, well, someday, Daniel, we'd love to see good things happen for you because everyone said so many good things about you before you were even in the WWE. And boom, here you are with the belt. That's so fantastic.
Yeah. It's been a crazy journey, actually, because it took me 10 years just to get to the WWE. I was going all over the world, doing Japan, Europe, Mexico, and stuff. And then I got hired by WWE. I was like, whoa, this is sweet. And I did NXT. And then I got fired. And then I got rehired. And then now I'm the World Heavyweight Champion. And it's been a crazy roller coaster.
Did you think after the firing happened, because that was a crazy time, I mean, and did you think that you'd have that opportunity to get the second chance? Because you probably were like, oh, man. Did I just lose my opportunity after 10 years of hoping that this would happen?
You never know. You never know. So, but it's just one of those things that was a blessing in disguise. And when I came back, I had a better opportunity than when I left. So it was really cool.
And tonight's going to be cool because it's the return of Randy Orton. You're going to be taking him on.
After I'd given him a concussion. So.
I know. I was hoping I could see maybe like a piece of skin or something from his head because he used that belt to slam it against his head.
Yeah. So it'll be interesting. It'll see what kind of price I have to pay for that. You know, Randy Orton's a tough dude, and but I think I'm a little bit tougher. I'm the World Heavyweight Champion.
That's right. Even though some people think that the path you've taken there has been a little sketchy, so I mean, some people just having an issue with how's this man doing this, and you can't even. I mean, you've got management can't even agree on what the heck's going on.
Right?
With
yeah. Well, the thing is that I'm very good at what I do, which is winning. Okay, so whatever means necessary it takes to win and keep my championship title, I'll do it.
I just want to know what you're doing to keep AJ, because I got to tell you, my wife has got a lot of higher standards for me as a man in her life. I mean, if I put her in front of hulking creatures charging, I don't think I'd be with her that long. I give you a lot of credit.
Now listen, I have not put her in front of anybody. If I cower behind her, that is a completely different thing altogether.
That is a good point. That's right. You actually didn't move anybody. You just moved yourself.
Yeah, and you know what? It makes her feel good. It makes her feel strong. She's a very small woman. She's 95 pounds. So when I hide behind her, it makes her feel powerful. I'm empowering women. I'm
so
a feminist
fantastic.
here.
My favorite part of all of it is when AJ tells you that she loves you, and then you finally go on the mic and go, I have very strong feelings for her.
I greatly appreciate AJ. Yes, yeah.
Man, people are getting already pissed off. I'm getting the text messages. Everyone's all mad because he's chicken crab right now. And I just love that. People are just so caught up in your character. It's got to be a good feeling for you.
Yeah, and also too because I'm actually a vegan, right? And people hate that you don't eat meat. And I can understand it. I grew up in Aberdeen. My dad's an avid hunter and everything, and so when I go home for Thanksgiving, I tried to bring this tofurkey into the house.
Oh, yes.
And he was like, "No, that thing is not coming in this domain. It is not allowed."
It didn't bleed when you cooked it.
Yeah. Yeah. If it's not bleeding, we're not eating it. So,
is it a weird thing? No, I was wondering that because guys like you and also CM Punk, who's at one point used being straight edge as a reason for people to hate on him. Is it tough to have people hate on you and for something that you're actually really passionate about? To be out there talking about being a vegan, but people are booing that. It's got to be a weird vibe for you.
It is weird. What's weird to me is that people would boo it. Like I'd say, you're out there murdering innocent animals, which is kind of true. But I mean, humans are naturally omnivores, right? We're naturally evolved to eat meat and that sort of thing. So it's people's choice. But the fact is that you do have to murder an animal to eat it. So like boo, like wait, you want to keep animals alive? Boo, like let's go eat giraffes. Yeah, let's.
But it is great because whenever you get to basically go at anybody's mores or question their own belief systems, whether they're right or wrong, it does create a very polarizing event. And I sat there and I thought, this is hysterical that he's actually taunting the crowd by saying, you eat meat, and they're like, I can't believe you're taunting us for this. And you're going, I'm better than you people. You're all dying right now. I'm the only one that will survive the Holocaust that is meat eating. And I'm sitting there, I'm laughing and going, this is really good. I got to say, this is awesome. Because the crowd's ready. We're going to go beat you up, Mr. Non-Meat Eater guy.
Right. And I actually expected, because we were just in Portland last night, I actually expected to get a huge ovation in Portland because there's loads of vegans there.
Yeah.
But no, still booed.
Yeah, Jericho interrupts the match before it even starts. That was a great.
Yeah.
It's been a lot of fun to watch you and CM Punk wrestle as much as you guys have recently. As a longtime wrestling fan of you guys, and from back in the day before you guys were even in the WWE. And I know someone asked CM Punk, "Do you ever think there would be a day where you're the champion and Daniel Bryan's the champion as well?" And he said, "Yes, absolutely." But is it a weird feeling to know that at one point you guys were wrestling in rooms that were probably no bigger than this studio? In front of a few hundred people, and now there you are in front of 15,000, 20,000 people each night.
Yeah, it's really cool because the night I won the World Heavyweight Championship, me and Punk took a picture together, both of us holding our titles. And it's strange because maybe 5-6 years ago, we wrestled each other in front of 45 people. It was over a 30-minute match in front of 45 people, and here we are now, the two biggest champions in the WWE. And so it's really kind of cool and surreal, and it just takes you on a different journey mentally as far as like, man, look at how far we've come. We used to be this, and now look at where we are. It's really amazing.
And you probably had to deal with so many people saying, "Come on, Daniel, you've been doing it for 10 years. It's time to maybe think about doing something else." And
and because I'm small, you know what
right.
I mean? I've always been knocked for being not very charismatic and not being very good at interviews and that sort of thing. And that's just something that's always been like, even as a kid, people were like, there's no way that you can be a wrestler. You don't have that kind of personality. I'm very laid back. I'm very easygoing, So it's just kind of cool that all this has come full circle. So,
But where you grew up, Aberdeen. How about I want to ask you also? It's cool is how you feel about being here, but also how about Yakima made a day? Like they made a day for you.
Daniel Bryan Day.
I know that
Daniel Bryan Day.
Now,
can you imagine that? That's 4 hours from my hometown. They made it Daniel Bryan Day.
What's more insane, that or here you are in Seattle, basically the guy, and at Key Arena where you probably at times went and saw other people do stuff.
Oh yeah, for sure. I used to come here and watch Monday Night Raw. I used to go to the Tacoma Dome. That was actually where I first saw my first WWE live event, was at the Tacoma Dome, probably when I was 9 years old. So I mean, it's cool. We did the Tacoma Dome last summer, kind of. And
you took on Wade Barrett.
Yeah, and it was really cool because I was like, wow. I came here and watched these guys, and to me, this was the biggest event in the world. And now I'm here, and it was just a lot of fun. And for my friends to be able to come and watch, it was just been really cool.
That 9-year-old right now inside you must be tripping.
Yeah, it's funny because I haven't grown out of that 9-year-old. I still feel like I'm not a giant. I mean, I'm only 5'8", but I feel like a giant kid. So it's crazy when you've dreamed of doing something your entire life and you actually get to be able to do it for a living. I mean, I feel very fortunate. Not a lot of people get to do that.
And you get to see a lot of the guys from back in the day that show up from time to time. Even a guy like The Rock, who right now is getting involved with John Cena in WrestleMania, and then even some of the old school legends that show up.
More so like Hacksaw Jim Duggan, right? Like who I loved as a kid. He was just at the Royal Rumble, and meeting, talking to him was just so incredibly cool. So
yeah, I would imagine that from time to time, just being a lifelong wrestling fan, you got to be like, oh wow, I'm where they were at one point.
Right,
That's
exactly,
awesome.
Yeah.
The BJ Shea Morning Experience on 99.9 KISW.